Hi, my name is Aileen MacKey and I'm the Early Learning and Childcare Officer at Williamsburgh Primary School. Today I'm going to be discussing how to easily and sustainably incorporate digital technology into our practice and approaches by using QR codes. You will find that this digital strategy not only improves children's outcomes, but also parental engagement and the standards of our service delivery. This digital strategy is embedded within our school and Early Learning and Childcare Centre, and I'll be sharing lots of practical examples throughout this session to inspire your practice. And you'll observe with just a little bit of investment of your time in constructing QR codes, it can have a big impact. So there's no need to take notes throughout this session, because on completion you will be sent a QR code with a step-by-step video how to construct a QR code. Whether you perceive that children's use of digital technology is positive or not, I'm sure you will agree that we now live in a digital age and it's here to stay, particularly in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Education staff therefore have a duty to respond to this and to scaffold children's skills in using digital technology safely and to build resilience. This is encouraged by our government through the Digital Learning and Teaching Strategy for Scotland.
This encourages education staff to incorporate digital technology across the curriculum rather than a separate subject. This can present challenges for education staff, children and their families who have variable digital skills to construct activities and to engage with these. This therefore underlines the need for a versatile and simple strategy which can be adopted by all to significantly improve children's outcomes and our service delivery.
I began using QR codes in my practice in response to children's interest in using technology. I observed that children at early level, those with additional needs, and English as an additional language mainly used iPads for taking pictures, videos, and engaging with apps that were downloaded by adults. These children's engagement with the internet involved them having to ask an adult to type or read for them, and for adults to mitigate any online risks throughout the duration of their use. Rather than continue with this deficit approach, I explored opportunities to develop children's digital skills through a regulatory culture, which would equip them with skills for the future and also complement my existing pedagogical approach. I also aimed for my digital strategy to be equitable, promote independence and inclusion by overcoming barriers. After significant research, I perceived that QR codes could achieve this due to their versatility and ease of engagement. Due to the successful impact this has had, this digital strategy is now embedded within my practice. It is also included within our school improvement plan, and it's also used very creatively by staff within our school and Early Learning and Childcare Centre for a variety of purposes, and I'll share that with you shortly. Feedback about this strategy has been exceptionally positive from children, families, education staff and also senior stakeholders. This has been praised and shared widely within the education sector.
West Partnership have published a storyboard about the success of our remote learning provision, which incorporated this digital strategy. DigiLearn Scotland published 3 blog articles that I've written. These related to the creative ways I've used QR codes in practice, how our team successfully used QR codes during our nursery to primary 1 transition, complementing guidance from Realising the Ambition, and how I have used QR codes for our virtual classroom for homework and education resources. I have become a researcher for the Research Centre for Transformative Change, Educational and Life Transitions, and was asked to speak at an international virtual event regarding my use of QR codes. I was subsequently invited to write an article about how I have used QR codes during the COVID-19 pandemic to catalyse positive transition experiences for nursery, school children and their families. Glasgow Kelvin College have shared my sustainable method for delivering training with their staff team and have requested that I share my digital strategy with their classes.
And now to share some practical examples. I should state here that we have 1 iPad per class and in the open area where I work, and we found that this encourages appropriate screen time for children using this technology. I introduced using QR codes to primary 1 pupils by featuring these on a dinosaur museum that they had made in order to provoke further learning and play. QR codes were linked to YouTube videos that I had made and other relevant content which related to their interests. It was the role of digital leaders to scaffold their peers' learning in this area. You will observe in the following video clip that using QR codes in this way promoted children's independence, choice, learning, play, enjoyment and digital literacy skills.
We are to the earlier. This is how you scan QR code. This is how we use it. That's your best, MacKey. Up there, slowly. I got it! That's your best, MacKey. Got the button. No, that's what get that one. Oh, MacKey. I just got that. And then get up there. Yeah, press that. I did it! She's just done it.
Due to the popularity of this activity, I have used QR codes to complement, inspire and provoke learning with our loose parts, literacy and numeracy areas. As a Halloween craft, our probationary teacher, Susie McFadden, supported Primary 2 children to make their very own paper mache pumpkin. Using the Chatterpix Kids app, I was able to make each pumpkin sing. Scanning the QR codes on the back of each pumpkin enabled children to sing with their class and pumpkin in school and at home. Here is a video clip to show you an example. To encourage children to learn phonics, I have made QR code phonics flashcards and worksheets. These resources are used in school by myself, Primary 1 and 2 teaching staff, and also our attainment and EAL support teacher.
The QR codes on the flashcards are linked to Jolly Phonics YouTube videos. These resources are used in school and were also sent home during our remote learning provision last academic year. The real-life pictures on these provide children with a word example of this sound and can provide a clue for recall. These cards can be used independently by children, with an adult to encourage recall, and placed together to construct and sound out words. The phonics worksheets I have devised provide further depth, with a QR code linked to the phonics sound, Jolly Phonics song, and how to write this letter. You will see these also feature the action for this sound and a pet graphic to enhance children's understanding of each task. These resources are used within our school at early level, as a support for children who have additional needs, English as an additional language, and these are also sent home each week as homework. Primary 1 teaching staff and myself are collaborating to make tricky word flashcards. These are being used as displays and for revision purposes. The maths QR code flashcards that I've made are also used within our school for a variety of purposes. As you can see, they contain the number, word, a 10 frame to enhance understanding, and a QR code linked to an embedded video for how to write this number. We are using these as provocation displays in our writing, numeracy and maths learning and play areas.
To enhance children's understanding of our school values, I made an animation with Primary 1 children discussing these using the Chatterpix Kids app.
About school values. Achieving. Respectful. And kind. Achieving is when you try hard and practice and something good happens. Like learning new things. Like sounds and numbers and reading. You feel good when that happens. Respectful when we think of people's feelings. And say nice things to them. Like saying please and listening and don't be mean. Kind is when you're nice to people and help them. Achieving. Respectful. And kind. These are our school values and we're going to try to follow them.
I linked this animation to a QR code to enhance engagement and understanding of these within our school in all year groups. This QR code is featured in this interactive display in our school, and our senior management team incorporated this into our staff diaries and school improvement plan. Using a similar method, I used the Chatterpix Kids app to make an animation of the Gurfectionary Wellbeing Wheel, featuring the voice of P2 children discussing what each indicator meant to them.
Hi, my name is Wellbeing Wheel. I want us to feel good in minds and our bodies. So we can be our best. When we are safe, we don't get hurt. And that feels good. We could risk ourselves. We could work out and learn how to play safely. When we are healthy, we eat good stuff, like vegetables and fruit, not sweeties. Exercise keeps our body healthy. Feeling good, it makes our minds healthy. Even as when we work hard to make a good change for us and other people. It feels really good when we do this. Nurture is when we look after something or someone. We can do this with our friends. Family and wildlife. Our family and our adults can do this for us too. Be active by exercising and doing fun stuff when we're playing and learning. Respected is when people listen to your ideas. And don't ignore us and make fun of us. We can be respectful by listening to people too. Responsible is when we had jobs to do. And we do them as good as can. Include us when we don't leave anybody out. When we're learning and playing. When people listen to our ideas. My name is Shanari and I have included you in our learning. Thank you for listening. Bye!
To encourage engagement in our remote learning provision, we provided children and families with direct access to our blog via a QR code, which was featured on a remote access learning letter. This overcame written communication barriers and successfully enabled children and families to engage with their learning provision throughout the duration of lockdown.
Our blog featured learning and play videos, which myself and teaching staff made each day. These incorporated children's interests, learning and stage of development and maintained our pedagogical approach. On completion of remote learning, I made each of our remote learning videos for primary 1 and 2 into QR code worksheets across the curriculum. Here are 6 examples. As you will see, each worksheet contains a screenshot from the video in order to inform the viewer of what resources are required for the activity. I've also incorporated a graphic to assist, for example, a number line. These resources are now used sustainably for revision, to close gaps in learning, focused tasks, finisher tasks, and also homework. Linking our learning and play videos to QR codes has promoted resilience and independence. Because if children are unsure about part of a task, find this challenging, or wish to practice this, all they have to do is rescan the QR code. Feedback from children and families about our learning and play videos has been excellent, as we demonstrate role play, use everyday loose parts, and also maintain our pedagogical approach.
As you will be aware, last academic year, early years and teaching staff were challenged with regards to the support they could provide to children and families transitioning from nursery to primary 1. This was because families were not permitted within school buildings, staff had to maintain social distancing measures, and also wear face masks. This required education staff to use unconventional methods to provide support to children and families in order to catalyse a smooth and positive transition. Due to our former success of using our digital strategy during remote learning, we continue to use this digital strategy during our nursery to primary 1 transition support. This also complemented Realising the Ambition guidance. Our Deputy Head Teacher, Alison Vandal, liaises with families to ascertain children's needs, skills and interests in relation to children transitioning to school.
This was shared with myself and P1 teaching staff, and in response we made a fleet of transition videos. These addressed the queries of children and families with regards to starting school and gave staff the opportunity to introduce themselves and their setting. Children were therefore able to familiarise themselves with us as much as desired before their first visit. As you will have seen, all this footage has been linked to QR codes on transition letters, and this gave an excellent opportunity to introduce our digital strategy to children and families prior to them starting school. Our P5 teacher, John McMaster, filmed drone footage of our settings, enabling children and families to tour at their own pace and explore areas of interest by zooming in, as I'm doing just now. As we knew children's interests, in response, we incorporated resources in our settings, enabling children to observe these. We received excellent feedback for our support, and children smoothly and positively transitioned to primary 1. As our current P1 children and families are familiar with our digital strategy of using QR codes, we have maintained our approach by incorporating a QR code in an access letter to our blog for homework. From here, children and families can engage with our ThingLink virtual classroom for homework, which we adapt each week in relation to children's interests, learning and stage of development. Our virtual classroom encourages children to recognise and sequence their numbers related to tasks. When children click on a tag, they will hear an audio description of the task that they are to complete, together with a complementary embedded video link. This promotes their independence, upholds internet safety measures, and overcomes written communication barriers for young children and families who have English as an additional language.
Throughout our school, we have featured QR codes on displays and friezes in order to encourage children to reflect upon their learning, evaluate their work, showcase learning to visitors, and also encourage vertical learning between stages. This has been exceptionally popular with children and can be used while maintaining social distancing. Here are some examples.
This Katie Morag display, which is featured in a reading corner, was constructed by P2 children and their probationary teacher, Vicky Ronaldson. I filmed children discussing how they constructed this display. This video and YouTube footage of Katie Morag stories were linked to QR codes to enable children to showcase how the display was constructed and also to listen to Katie Morag stories while referring to the books. Here are some more examples of displays where primary 1 children discuss their learning surrounding their senses and the human body, which is again accessed via a QR code. This display features video footage of a representative from each class delivering a weather forecast during Maths Week Scotland, using green screen technology. This followed my collaboration with the Met Office for graphics. I am currently using QR codes as metacognitive prompts on displays to encourage children to recall their evaluations of their self-portraits and next steps. Whenever children decide to draw themselves, they can scan this to remember what they want to improve. This has improved children's learning and skill development in this area, and we plan to do this every term. Here are some clips from this footage.
P1P portrait. Evaluation. That means we're going to tell you what we like about our pictures. How can we make them a bit better? Hi, my name is and I like how I drawn my eyes, my mouth and my ears and my nose and next time I'm going to try to do my hair good. I done my hair better. I lit my eyes and I drew my mouth better. And next time I'm gonna try and do my hands better. My name is but I will do my hair this time better. I like my hair. I will do my eyes better this time. I like my eyes, and I'm going to do more hair next time. I did my hair better, and I like my teeth, and I'm going to do his eyes better next time.
I'm sure you will agree that using QR codes on displays is a fabulous way to bring them to life and to enhance their purpose.
Our teacher, Sarah Nielsen, is currently using QR codes in her floor books, which are linked to videos of children's learning and play. This enables children to recall, reflect upon and evaluate their learning.
Finally, within our Early Learning and Childcare Centre, staff have been using QR codes within displays as provocations for learning and play.
Claire Garscadden, Early Learning and Childcare Officer, filmed a step-by-step video of how to make Play-Doh. This was subsequently linked to a QR code and featured on this display for children. This promoted children's independence as they were able to independently make Play-Doh using the available resources by following Claire's instructions. Children also have the choice of using wireless headsets in order to provide them with more focus to complete this task. Making Play-Doh in this way has not only enhanced children's digital literacy skills, it has provided them with the opportunity to explore numeracy, quantity and capacity, together with problem solving. In response to the popularity of this activity, Claire made another step-by-step video, this time on how to make slime. This was linked to a QR code. Again, this promoted children's independence and digital literacy skills, together with opportunities to learn about numeracy, quantity, capacity and weight. Children are able to collaborate during these activities and engage in shared sustained thinking. As you will observe, these activities have been really enjoyed by children and also have provided a lovely sensory experience.
Well, I hope that you've enjoyed viewing these examples and that they have inspired your practice within your setting. As you will have seen, QR codes are exceptionally versatile and can be used for a variety of purposes. This includes provoking children's learning and play, promoting their independence, skill development, evaluation, improving parental engagement, and also used to overcome written communication barriers. Incorporating these into practice is also in line with Sustainable Development Goals. It is therefore a very worthwhile digital strategy to learn and embed in your practice.
I'm going to show you 3 methods for constructing QR codes, and this will reflect how frequently you intend making them, and if you are using the Microsoft Edge website browser. Method 1 is beneficial for occasional construction of QR codes. I'm currently using Windows 10. I'm going to click on the Windows icon and scroll down for Word. If you have Word pinned to your taskbar, just click directly on this. I am demonstrating how you would search for Word if you have not pinned it to the taskbar. After clicking on Word, open up a blank document. I'm going to show you how we can use this for a QR code display, which is linked to a website. Now click on your internet browser. On your search engine, type in Free QR Code Generator and then click Return. The website I have been using is www.qr-code-generator.com. Click on this, then open up a new tab. I'm going to type in Williamsburgh Primary School because I want to make a QR code for this website. I'm going to click on my desired site. I'm going to right-click on the address on the taskbar and select Copy. I am then going to go back and click on the QR Code Generator tab. I'm then going to left-click here and right-click to paste the website. As you will see, this automatically generates a QR code here, which is linked to my desired website. I'm now going to click on my Windows icon and scroll down to use Snip and Sketch. Click on New. Then click and drag across your QR code. This will automatically copy it. We don't need to do anything else there. We then go to the bottom of our screen, click on Word to bring up our blank document. We then right-click to paste our QR code. Now you will want to move your QR code into position for your display. So right-click this, scroll down to Wrap Text, and then select In Front of Text. This will enable you to move your QR code into position. If it is a display that you're making, you would wish quite a large QR code. So therefore you would click and drag until you have your desired size. I am now going to type in a title for my display, which relates to the website linked to the QR code. I now want to select a picture for this display, which removes written communication barriers. So I'm going to go down to the bottom of the screen and click on my internet browser. This brings up the website, which is linked to the QR code. I'm next going to select the Snip and Sketch icon at the bottom of the page. I'm going to click New and then click and drag over the desired area that I wish to copy. Please check copyright status when doing so. This is our picture now copied. We are now going to click on the Word icon at the bottom of the screen to bring up our display page. We then right-click and select Paste. We then right-click to select Wrap Text and then In Front of Text. We can then click and drag the corner for our desired size. We can also click and drag the centre of our picture into position. And here is our QR code display picture, which is linked to the Williamsburgh Primary School website. I'm now going to demonstrate how you link a QR code safely to a YouTube video. As you can see, I have a Word document opened and I plan to make a display which is linked to the Jollyphonics Ah song. I'm going to click on my internet browser, and as you will see, I'm already on the YouTube site and I have searched for the Jollyphonics Ah song. I'm going to select my desired video. You would then watch it the whole way through to make sure it was appropriate for children. I have already done this, so then I'm going to click on Share and then Embed. This is to remove any suggested content which would be unchecked and potentially inappropriate for children. I am then going to select the website in between the speech marks and click on the buttons Ctrl+C to copy this. If I now go up to the taskbar and delete the content, then click Ctrl+V to paste the embedded video and click Return. You will see that the video now covers the whole screen and suggested content is removed. Now we click on the tab to bring up the QR code generator website. We right-click to paste our embedded link, and this will generate our QR code. We then bring up Snip and Sketch, as I've already shown you. Select New. Click and drag across our QR code. This will automatically copy it. I then go to the bottom of the screen, click on Word to bring up our display picture. I'm then going to right-click to paste my QR code. As before, I'm going to right-click on top of the QR code, select Wrap Text and then In Front of Text. I'm going to right-click the corner to adjust the size. I'm now going to click and drag the centre of the QR code to reposition it. I have now made a QR code display which is safely linked to an embedded video. Method 2. I'm now going to demonstrate an alternative way of making QR codes. This is beneficial for those who wish to embed this digital strategy within their setting and generate a high volume of QR codes. You may prefer to use Method 2 in comparison to Method 1 in order to generate QR codes. On your search engine, type in Fast QR Code Generator, Google Chrome. And then click on this link, which is highlighted and underlined. Then follow the links to download this to your desktop. After doing so, you will see at the end of your taskbar a QR code generated for every website that you visit. So now, if we go back to our Jolly Phonics A-Song display on our Word document, we would then click on our internet browser at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, I'm on YouTube and I have searched for the Jolly Phonics A-Song. I'm going to select my desired video. I have already watched this, so I know it is appropriate. I'm going to click on Share and then Embed to remove suggested content. I'm going to select the embedded website between the speech marks. Click Ctrl+C to copy. Delete the current website from the taskbar. And then click Ctrl+V to paste the embedded website and return. To obtain this QR code for the embedded video, simply click on the QR code at the end of your taskbar. As you can see, this has automatically generated a QR code. Right-click this to copy it. Click on Word at the bottom of your screen to bring up your display. Right-click to paste your QR code, which is linked to your embedded video. Right-click on top of this to wrap text on top of text. This will enable you to position your QR code where you wish in your display and resize it. Method 2 is my preferred method of generating QR codes as it's faster. Method 3. Beneficial for those who use the Microsoft Edge browser. As you can see, I have a blank Word document and I'm going to type Williamsburgh Primary School website to make an interactive display. I'm now going to go to the top right of the screen and minimise this document. On my desktop, I'm now going to click on the Microsoft Edge website browser. I'm going to search for the Williamsburgh Primary School website. Click on the website. And this is the website that I would like to make a QR code for. Using Microsoft Edge, this is very easy. All you have to do is select the website and then this icon on the taskbar. Click Download and then the Download tab behind this. And here is our QR code. All you have to do now is simply right-click on top of the QR code and scroll to copy. I'm now going to bring up my Word document by clicking the tab at the bottom of the page. I'm going to right-click and scroll to paste. This QR code is too big for my preference, so I'm going to click on it and then drag in to my desired size. As I have demonstrated in previous methods, if you wish to add a complementary image, you can do so by using Snip and Sketch.
Well, many thanks for watching this video. I do hope that you found it beneficial to your practice. I also provide training on using the Chatterpix Kids app, useful features of the iMovie app, and also how to safely upload videos to your nursery or school YouTube channel. Should this interest you, please do not hesitate to get in touch with me. We're now going to move to a live Q&A session where we can discuss any queries that you may have in relation to the content of this video. We will end the session by asking you to complete an evaluation form as I value your feedback. Many thanks again and take care.